Hey guys, welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. And in this episode, we're going to do a ton of resource gathering, I believe. We're going to go back to the mining site with our prawn and our newly upgraded sea truck. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at that. And we still have some other modules we can potentially grab in the future. But our main goal is finding a permanent base location. This one has served us pretty well, but it's just, you know, pretty cramped.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So one thing I want to do before we head out, I want to craft a nice beacon just to have. That way, I also want to do some sort of exploration after the mining, potentially. Sort of scout out a good base location. Okay, and I'll also take this power cell. I think we're going to run out of storage before anything else. But I'd like to have power cells for the prawn and the sea truck. Okay, so this storage is essentially filled. We do have more things in here than we really need, especially the flares. But the flares could be useful in the future. Okay, so we have all this storage to fill up. Plus the prawn suit storage. Alright, you can actually just eject it off the end here. Okay. So let's just head back. Of course, we're 99% health because that's just what always happens. Take a look at biomes. Although, actually, I'm trying to remember precisely where the mining site is. I'm thinking it's just right there. We did also find the Leviathan on that side, but I've already forgotten where exactly it is. So I remember that there's one here. If I look at biomes, there's one up in this area. But we should be pretty fine. Especially with this upgrade. But so, firstly, let me actually repair this because I don't want to have to watch it. One of the key decisions, though, I want to make when I decide a base location. All of the music in this game is, like, fantastic. But wherever we make the base is going to have specific sounds that we're going to be constantly hearing. So I want to pick one that I specifically really like. For example, near the vent gardens, I love that soundtrack, and I could just listen to that forever. But the big issue with a vent garden base, firstly, you're near one of the Chelicerae Leviathans. Secondly, it's kind of just away from everything. It's on, like, one of the edges of the map, like, just far away. So it's just not really ideal. But otherwise, it's like a very pretty base with a lot of resources. Okay, I was right. This is the place. But I did like some of the cave systems below the lily pads. There's tons of resources there too, and that will eventually get us to some of the late game areas. Let me turn this around. Oh, I guess I could... Did I ever get the things for the... I did unlock that other... I'm being so vague. The other arm? Grappling suit arm? Benzene. I don't think we ever found flowering spores yet. So I guess it's fine that I don't have it. And I really don't need it. Especially with this jump upgrade. And I gotta say, this new prawn suit, like, will never get old for me. Like, just the noises, it's so good. Was it always on the left for me? I don't even remember how I like it, but Okay. There are these ones, but there's plenty down below. I don't know how many resources we're actually gonna need. Really just gonna be most of the obvious things, I guess. Hopefully the rock punchers don't get annoyed. So this episode's just gonna be a lot of this, if I'm being completely honest. So if that's not your thing, then no worries. You gonna try and attack me? I think he is trying to, but he just can't get close enough. Get away. Leave. So hopefully, just with the sea truck full of resources, we'll be able to make an entire base. As long as we have enough of everything. Get away. Get away from me. I don't want to kill you, but leave. I don't want you here. My titanium. If you touch my prawn suit, I will end you. Okay, there is more here, including that, which is nice. Well, let's head down to the main area. So in fact, now that we kind of aren't in a panic, let's come down and check out this architect thing again. Pretty sure we already scanned it, but it is cool. There are these creature eggs. I forget what they are. Oh, I don't have floodlights, okay. Okay, here we are. I didn't get this the first time because I was trying to not die.
New technology acquired.
Headlamp. That's a thing? Oh yeah, it is a thing. And I can just like put it on that slot? Wow. Oh, interesting. But yes, it actually is. Tons of diamonds everywhere. Oh, and also there's these things all throughout this game. Well, some of these in the walls are actually just like hand pickable. But here's like another sort of resource drill place. Which is cool because it adds variety, you know? It's not just these things sticking out of the ground. And I think since the rock punchers can attack you, I think what you can do is bait them into attacking one of these things, and then they'll actually give some of the resources. I don't remember, though. It's not something I've really done much of. But if I recall, that's how that works. We already had a goal, so let's just sort of like try and spread out our resources that we're collecting. We need some lead. That would be really nice. Although silver is also going to be great. How's our storage? We're literally filled. So does that mean we left some behind before? It doesn't really matter. So it's going to be a handful of trips back and forth, I guess. But still, tons of resources. Yeah, we'll definitely just have to do some exploration to actually decide where to put the base. I don't want to do it too prematurely. I want to actually get a good location. Okay. Still can fill up half of this, so let's grab... If there's lead, I'll do that. Is this diamond? Yep. Well, diamond's cool, but that's not really what I'm lacking. Tons of copper. I don't think there is like a lead thing down here. Then I'll just grab titanium. We'll find lead somewhere else. I guess there's just these also. Oh, because the rock punchers, I think. Oh, maybe they can get... They don't just, punch things. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they don't just, I see how they work. Yeah, they don't just punch, like, things that already are ore. They punch the ground and create ore. That's actually cool. So if you just follow these guys around long enough, there'll be resources coming out of nowhere. Because they just generate them. Ugh. Get away. They're not too dangerous, but they can be annoying. Okay, we'll just have to leave some of that, I guess. Which isn't really a big deal. We'll just come back down. I do miss the grappling hook, but we should be pretty fine without it for a bit. What? I never open this?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So yeah, there's the ruby here. There's another titanium. But no lead. So it was a big drop, so we might have to take it slow. But that's sort of what these things are for. These little steps. Oh, barely. Our jump isn't repairing though. Let me in. Okay, I'll just drop down the next. I missed it. I didn't realize. Why is that there? Anyway. Not a big deal. Okay, we can just load all this in here. There's actually not that much storage in the storage module. Nice. So that's most of the sea truck. We really do just need lead, I think, and that's lead and lithium. But I don't think we can get those here. So we'll have to go somewhere else for mining. How much silver? We don't have that much. I'll just make 2 wiring kits. There, and then I'll swap out the prawn. Actually, I don't need to swap out the power cell. It's not really beneficial until it gets lower. I could fill up the storage more, but since we're going to be scouting for a base location, we might find other ore patches there, and I'd rather be able to pick up the ones we actually want. Alright. So. We have all of this. I haven't gone, like, west, like, at all. It was okay. I think we really want to head back to the lily pads. Which means there should be a Leviathan somewhere in between here. I think. Or it was over here. I don't know. I don't remember. We'll find out. Hello? Any Leviathans nearby? It is pretty shallow, so that's nice, but drops off pretty quick. I mean, is there a reason I haven't gone this way? Oh, it is the, Free Spire, so it could be. Yeah. So that way is the chelicerates. Unless there's a second one right here, which there might be, I don't remember. This song I do love. Which is why I would not mind a base down here. And, of course, there's all these ore patches. Let's just explore around. Because actually, this part of the biome is not very far relative to everything else. But if you're going to be in the tree spires, you kind of may as well be near a vent garden because they're just so, like, fantastic. Okay, there's one down there. There are also these sharks around here, which is not ideal, having any sort of predator around your base. It just gets annoying. Okay. So actually here, sorry fish. Oh yeah, and those guys, I remember them.
The nearby spires are substantial thermal vent structures, hospitable to coral formation.
So here you can actually see. Okay, so those are the juvenile vent gardens, which are also passive. But they just haven't tethered down yet. For some reason in my head, I thought there was a Leviathan like right in between them. I guess I didn't know the map very well. And those guys are pretty dangerous. But there are resources everywhere here, and it is beautiful. Copper. It's just we're like on the edge of the map. Like, I think that's the drop off over there. Well, that's cinematic. I think we've explored this section. And even if we haven't, I think we kind of have everything we need from it. Okay. So that's sort of where the vent gardens are. Of course, we don't really want to base on the surface here because of those guys, squid sharks. They'd get extremely annoying. And the lily pad song is pretty nice. All the music in this game, like the game, I'm sure I've said this in an earlier episode, but to me, it's a similar thing with like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, where it's like the first one is overall like better, but if there's anything that the second one does right, it's the music. Like the music's just like flawless for both of those sequels, you know? So, like, clearly this is... I kind of was interested in that cave up there. Then that's also... Is that actually... Like, that's not necessarily much closer. Because the area we have to go to is over here. But then all the late game stuff is sort of over here. So a base down there... Other than not being able to access all the early game stuff, which we really don't go back up there. Except until the very end. Interesting decisions. Let's just take a look, see what kind of resources are down here. We saw that there's like an infinite amount of quartz back there. We weren't able to go down here before. Right, it's this biome.
I strongly sense my people's technology nearby. A body component is near.
So I guess, hopefully people haven't turned off if they were only disinterested in the mining stuff. How many do we need? Or... I mean, I don't think we need too many. 2. This is an area I haven't spent too much time in. Oh, but there's those guys. They would just get annoying. I think we needed 3 of these for something. Yeah, well, for hydrochloric acid, but did we need hydrochloric acid for anything? Not that I remember. I wonder if I can demonstrate how scary these guys are without actually... Yeah, they're like the mesmers. Whoa. I'm hungry. Give me. No? More so thirsty. But there's resources all over this place, which is cool. There's only like minor predators from what I remember. It's essentially like the jelly shroom caves, but much less horrifying. Quartz. Where is all the lead? And it's easy to get in and out of here. So that's a plus. I don't really want to do full exploration of this yet. Just kind of want to take a look. This could be a good base location. You only have... Oh, you also have those plants too. It's kind of annoying. Seems like an unnecessary sort of risk. But it could be nice to be near here for resources. Music was good enough, because like I said, the music in this game is just like flawless. Alright, so we're back up. And we want to sort of... Oh, we're on the wrong side. We want to cross this. Because there were those other caves we saw before, which were pretty cool too. And it's close enough to all this that it could end up being a better location. Let me just grab that bladderfish if I can. Grab some quick water. Oh, they're everywhere. Also, what the heck are newtfish? I'm hungry.
New creature discovered.
I don't think I actually cooked it. Whatever. Having this fabricator just makes everything easier. There we go. And on the map, oh, we're still not even. Glow whales over there. Alright. Jeez. Still haven't gone to this one either. In fact, this might be the exact same one. I don't remember. I don't know if I really want to be so close to Marguerite's base. I don't think she'd like that. Oh, I'm just going straight back down. Let me repair this. So are they this way then? Yeah. Oh god, we're much longer than we were the first time. It's a lot harder to maneuver. Well, then that clearly strikes this as not a great base location. Let's take a look back over there. Ugh. Really? So here's some juvenile event gardens. Those are heading the wrong way. Okay, let's repair now. Sort of head out there-ish. Yeah, kind of towards that, where there's the Leviathan. Does that seem like a pretty cool area, too? It might end up being tree spires. But this other cave system was pretty cool. There's Leviathan, like, up that way. But it's not really close enough to matter, especially if we're down below. If I remember, this is also way into the very, like, end game areas. And you can see that there's reasonable resources in here, too. Okay, what's the music going to be like in here? Because if I have to listen to it every single episode, it better be good. So this brings us back to the lily pad area. I think we found this before. Although it's not the most, like, beautiful biome in the game. I believe we found this as well. We just couldn't actually go down this way. Then I don't fully remember, but I have a feeling going this way is not a great idea. We already have that. There's lithium down here. That's really nice. We do need some of that for the base. So that's the enormous one. Tons of uraninite for power, which will be good. Okay, bladderfish. That's really something this game does. Like, even though I know that I shouldn't be here really yet, it really just makes you want to keep exploring. Yes, that is not a place for us to go now. That is not good. But so if we're somewhere near here, that would be useful. At least it's super identifiable how to get down here. So really we want to be around these sorts of areas for a base, because there's just all the resources here. So I'm thinking like the edge of the tree spires near one of the vent gardens could be very good actually, because it's really not too far. I won't be able to use I don't think I'll be able to use like, oh god, where are we? Oh, we're on the top, so yeah, let's go away from the Leviathan. I don't think I'll be able to use, like, the room partitions much, because if we're near Vent Garden, I need the glass roof, because it's gonna make it look amazing. And the, like, partitions don't merge well with the roof when it's glass. But that's kind of okay, we don't really need to worry about it. We can also have 2 separate floors and just put glass windows everywhere. Like, we have options. So now we have to cross back. So if we're like over here, that's still close enough to the center. Handful of Leviathans nearby, but as long as we're far enough away. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my plan. Okay, juvenile vent gardens. There should be a Calycerate somewhere in front of us. At some point. Really? Too far away. I think I have this. Yep. Well, that's horrifying. So we're really just like finding the edge of the lily pads right now. There it is. So this one, so it's really like right here on the edge of the, okay. That's like the issue, there's so many of them around this area. Yeah, so there's 2, there are 2. There's one right there, and one over there. Let me just guarantee that. Oh my god. Or did I just see the same one twice? It might just be the same one moving a lot. I think it's the same one. But yeah, we don't want to be too close to that. Means we should probably head south. Swing around it. It'd be nice to have a beacon over there just to know, but like I'm not gonna go put a beacon under its feet. And being on the edge, as long as we don't go over, obviously. There are a lot of resources right on the edge of the void. We have this. And so this is all void. Well, that way is. You can see that there's resources down here. So yeah, there's actually a big gap between here and the void, so I'm not too worried. Oh yeah. And there would be ample thermal power, but I'd really just go nuclear because that's just, wow. There's just so many resources that we've been given to do nuclear. And of course, we still have to go back to our original base at some point. What? And then I think the others up there. It's really like hard to decide exact position, you know? That'd be such a cool base. I'm just looking down on this. I guess it could be like right here. Something like that. And we'd have all these resources around us. Mine. That's kind of the hard thing with doing these sorts of videos where like I'm really planning this now. Like I did not really plan this ahead of time because I really just need to like explore the map and see it. So in terms of getting to the lily pads from here, we're very close. It's just right over there. We're close to the edge where there's tons of resources. We're far enough away from that weapon. Let's see what's like right behind us since we haven't been here. Make sure that there's nothing ridiculous this way. I don't think there is. I think this just starts to go into that other area near the ice spires that we haven't been to yet. Well, let's just guarantee that there isn't a Leviathan up here. Because that'd be kind of dumb. What the heck kind of fish is that? Yeah, and then we get into this place with the, like, eyeball jellyfish things. And they're kind of harmless unless you go, like, directly over them. So yeah, you see, like, this is all the edge here. But then you start to get into this biome. I don't know the name of it. Maybe it would be better being sort of on this side. Not sure yet. Let's just check out more of the tree spires. It's just the loud one. Because there's all this area I haven't actually been to. Oh, there it is. But is that the only one? Or is there another one in this area? It must just be one, right? We could almost make a base here just to watch it. And the good thing is, if we're over here, right, we're close enough to the island as well. Oh, here we go. Oh, I used it too early. Yeah, I used that too early. Let's just get away so that I can repair it. And that's why we don't want a base, like, nearby. So good to know for the future, wait until it actually attacks you to use the defense. So yeah, let's swing this way. The nice thing about not going where the Leviathans are is that it leaves it unexplored on the map so that we always know that that's where they are. There's another one over there? Maybe that's the second I'm thinking of. Like, you have to thread between two of them. Which does not seem very ideal. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of indecision in this episode. Because if you do get past them, then you do have a good amount of resources down here. So let's get towards the second vent garden. See how far it is from the Chelicerae. So being on this side seems better, just so we're closer to the lily pads. Okay, we're still very far away from where the Leviathan should be. Right, I think this is that tree in the middle of them. These guys are here too. So yeah, this Fang Garden does have the Leviathan kind of near it. Makes it very annoying. Much as I like this music and this area, I think lily pads kind of makes the most sense. Let's try and find a good spot. Because it's really just safer in terms of Leviathans. I just don't want to have to deal with them, you know? And there's still resources everywhere. So I need to be sort of near the deep caves that we saw before, and like Marguerite's base. I just need to be sort of near both of those. I think that's the key word, near. Would it be annoying as well having to climb up like 300, 400 meters every single time we leave our base? It'd be very pretty down here, though. We only have, like, minor predators down here. I think. There's a lot of rubies. What other resources do we have plentiful access to? Silver, because of those things. Uraninite. I just don't know if these guys would get annoying. It is a little tight
Sea
to
fluid intake.
navigate.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Maybe like right here would be the most convenient spot. Okay, there are diamonds down here too. Is that nickel? Okay, so we'd have nickel and diamonds. Oh, but there's also those. Jesus. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's go use one of our way too many med packs that we have. Yeah, that would get annoying pretty quick as well. Whoa. Is this the like central area? Yeah, and are there those plants down here? Because it would be a pretty beautiful area to have a base in. There'd be minor annoyances. But I think overall, it wouldn't be too bad. There's also like the deep purple vent area. I think this kind of makes the most sense, somewhere around down here. And the cool thing is we actually don't even need a beacon. Got very quiet. So the hard thing is actually going to be getting lead. And we're going to need lead for foundations and things. We have a lot of things already at home. Let's just walk around the prawn for a little bit. See what resources there are to grab. So there's like plenty of silver. Plenty of quartz, diamonds, rubies, more nickel. Oh, right. Goes a little bit deeper here. Is there like really no lead anywhere though? It is a really cool biome. And since I'm so indecisive, maybe we should go check out another biome again, too. So this one's cool. Minor dangers, but otherwise not too bad. Music is reasonable. It's pretty solid. I'm leaning on this one for now. My inventory is mostly empty, so we will have to go back to the base before we start building anyway. We know how to get back here. Turn that off. I don't really need that. I feel like this is getting slower. I mean, the deep purple area is like safe, but not that nice looking. There's always like bases on top of the lily pads or on top of the ice shelves as well. So it seems like there's the Leviathan sort of over here, over here, over here, and up here. So you have to like sort of keep that in mind when you're trying to navigate. Anything that's like on this line is probably... I think there was another on that side though. But you could sort of just swing there. Let's check out that ice biome, but like on top. There's really not much on that side of the map though. There's only like one real thing. Although there are some interesting ways to get resources over there. But the big thing with a base is having a nice scanner room, right? You want a biome that just has tons of resources. So even if you add a nice base on top of the lily pads, which would be cool, you wouldn't really have a scanner room that could do anything good for you. Oh, we're still like over the center. I think my indecisiveness has probably come far enough. I think I'm just going to look at some of the like resources in some of the deeper biomes and make a decision off camera. But hopefully this hasn't been too much of a nothing burger for you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this sort of exploration and look at all these unique biomes. So I think I should head back to the base. I don't want to save in the sea truck, even though I know I can. I think it's just because back in the day, if you used to save in the Seamoth, it would like duplicate your items and glitch out your world or something. And I'm sure that that doesn't exist now, but I just don't like the idea. Not to mention, we have to be back at the base anyways. We need to grab all the stuff we made so we can actually make our base. These guys are just... We'll definitely have to charge up all of our vehicles. And the other thing to keep in mind is the Subnautica below zero world is like very small. It's kind of very small. Which is bad and good. It's actually kind of good because it means no matter where you put a base, you can get everywhere else pretty quickly. But of course, then it just feels smaller as a consequence. There are some cool caves up, like, much further north, but there isn't really anything late game further north, so it's not really worth making a base up there. This base has served us pretty well. It's in not too bad of a location, but... I always press escape to try and leave that menu, and it never works. You can leave all the resources in here. Wow. They were both down? I'm just gonna whoa. Just gonna unload these then.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is gonna take some time to charge then. But here's most of the stuff we kind of need on us. The batteries aren't too big of a deal, I don't think. I am just gonna take my time, as you've been seeing for these few episodes. Just do some exploring, do some thinking. Yeah, this biome also has, like, reasonable... Oh, the music is kind of, like, mid, though. It's kind of, like... It's fine. Totally acceptable. And yet, we still have no lead, so it might end up being a biome with easy access to lead that we end up going into. And we'll eventually have to come back here for all of this stuff. We should take some of those with us. We do need water. Let's get water in the least efficient way possible. Oh my god. Not bad. Bioreactor is like a joke. Okay, this one's at 100. So the prawn is full then? I put the two 100s in there, yep. Yeah, let's grab some bladderfish. We also have to keep in mind we need biomes with table coral. I wonder if anybody's made like a good table of just like, here are all the biomes, here's the predators, here's the resources. I'm sure there's a lot of information on the wiki. There are kind of resources everywhere in this game, but... Our batteries are all recharged, basically. Tons of water, and the power cells are almost done. So, I think I'm going to call it here. It's been a lot of just sort of exploring and moving around the map. But I'll do some more research in between this episode and the next. I think I will record this next episode today, but obviously I'm not going to release them on the same day. Sorry for that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode.
I'm diving in too deep.